to another episode of the A-List Music Club. I am your host, the game changer, Wes Truth. And of course, I'm being joined once again by Dominic and John. How's it going tonight, guys?
Good.
You both owe each other a Coke, evidently. So there you go.
Get on the move.
Right. That's why I did that on purpose. Okay. All right. So of course, this is a show where each week a different one of us picks a different album or CD, playlist, whatever, to check out. And this week it was Dominic's turn. So talk a little bit about what you picked.
I picked an album that is holds a very special place in my heart. It is, I think, the quintessential album from this band. One of my favorite albums of all time. I picked Get Your Wings by Aerosmith. Back when Aerosmith was good and not the little pussy band they turned out to be with Amazing and Angel and I don't want to miss a thing. No. This is back when Aerosmith was good, was really good, a blues-oriented rock and roll band. Not the crap.
They got some balls.
Not the crap they turned into being. So I just said it in my intro. It's got probably my 5th favorite all-time song on it, Seasons of Wither. I think that song is an absolute masterpiece. This is back when Aerosmith was young and hungry. I think Steven Tyler's vocals were at with the album. This album, Toys in the Attic and Rocks, I think were his vocal peaks. I really did. Joe Perry and Brad Whitford, incredible guitar players, solid band all around. Tom Hamilton and Joey Kramer, great rhythm duo. They hold the beat. I love this album. Great rendition of Train Kept A-Rollin'. I've got a little piece of trivia for this. The clarinet at the beginning of the song Pandora's Box was played by Joe Perry's father. Interesting. Yep. I love it.
I have to admit that I, being slightly younger than you, Dom, I didn't get into Aerosmith until Dude Looks Like a Lady and Love in an Elevator. Yeah, that was my era.
Same here.
I knew, of course, through my dad and the radio, of course, I knew Walk This Way and Dream On and Sweet Emotion.
Right.
I knew the hits from the 70s, but I never heard any of those albums.
Right.
Aerosmith to me was that era on.
Okay.
They were kind of an 80s hair band, basically.
Right.
So, yeah. I mean, Pump was like my favorite album. So, this is my first time hearing like classic era Aerosmith all the way through. I only knew Same Old Song and Dance just by looking at the songs.
Oh, right. Wow.
Yeah, well, I knew Lord of the Thighs. I'm not a big fan of it. It's kind of overrated, I think. But yeah, I like everything. Space is kind of a filler song.
Oh no, Space is awesome.
Oh, really?
Space is awesome.
Seasons of Wither, I think, I agree. That's probably the best song on the album. That's a great song.
Yeah.
Train Kept A-Rollin'. I mean, SOS Too Bad is okay. I don't really remember how Woman of the World goes, but
she's
Pandora's Box.
God knows it. Bow, bow, down, down. She turns my head every time she shows it. And there's nothing you can do, nothing you can say, no way you can try to make a way. She might be gone tomorrow, honey. Say what you want to say.
Thanks for the
You-
impromptu
Do
karaoke
you
session.
think you know this album, John?
I can tell. I looked online for a few of like ranking of Aerosmith albums, and this is always in the top 3.
Wow.
This album, this one, Toys in the Attic and Rocks are usually the top 3 in some order.
Yeah.
And all the stuff you hate is always at the bottom of the list.
Hey, John, do yourself a favor. Listen to Toys in the Attic and Rocks.
Toys R Us?
Toys in the Attic Rocks. Those are really, really good albums.
Yeah, from everything I've heard from my dad and other people, after Rocks you can kind of stop because they're sort of spotty.
Right.
Draw the Line is okay,
Yeah, there's got some good songs on there.
but it's not like
No,
consistently. Yeah,
it's not like, see, the first Aerosmith album I think is really good, for debut album. Get Your Wings, Toys in the Attic and Rocks, I think are front to back albums. There's not a song on any of those I would skip.
yeah, that's what I heard. Then Draw the Line and stuff after that is sort of
Right.
3 or 4 good songs, and you could probably skip the rest.
Mm.
But by then they were heavy into the drugs, so
Steve Tyler would tell a story about when they were in their heyday, they would have all these groupies hanging around. And he said, we were more interested in seeing if the heroin packets we got had a little gold star on them, which meant that it came from Lebanon and it was very good. At one point, Steven Tyler was singing on the streets to get money.
Wow.
And at one point, Joe Perry was sleeping on a friend's couch because he lost everything because of drugs.
my dad said he saw him not on this tour, one of the later albums tours, and he said it
Yeah.
was a sloppy mess. That Perry was playing a different song than Tyler was singing. They were
Yeah.
arguing on stage. You could tell they were just gone. They were
Yep.
also high. It was he
Yep.
said it was sloppy and
The first time I saw them, they were like that. They were horrible. But I went and saw them on their Back in the Saddle tour, which was them coming back, and they had all gotten clean, and they were great. They were great.
yeah, I've seen them twice and they're really good. Yeah, I like them.
We saw me and Dominic saw him with Kiss. And
Okay.
yeah, great show.
Hershey
They were
Park.
promoting their Honkin' with Bobo album. So that was kind of a downer. When those songs came on, you could hear a pin drop in the stadium of Hershey. But other than that, I thought it was a good show.
Yeah.
You know, Tyler and Paul Stanley has some sort of long running feud,
Really?
but they don't really even like each other.
Wow.
Supposed to be something Kiss in the very beginning opened up for Aerosmith, and of course Kiss does their show, and you know it's fireworks and explosions, and you know Aerosmith isn't that kind of band. They just come out and play.
Right.
It's supposed to be like that. Like Kiss blew up all this stuff, and Todd's supposed to be like, "How the hell are we supposed to follow that? You're the opening band." Like, you know. Go out there
When
and do
we
your
saw
30
him,
minutes.
Kiss played first too. That's funny.
Yeah, they played first when we saw them, but that's only because it's easier to tear down their stage than to put it up. You know.
That's true.
Were they flip flopping that tour?
I'm sorry.
Were they flip flopping? I know some bands will do like co-headlines, like this show, this band opens, and the next show the other one does. They go back and forth.
I have no
I
idea.
can't really remember. But Saliva opened for him.
Oh, cool.
So that was three good
That's a
bands
good
right in a
album.
row. Yeah.
That was a good damn concert.
Yeah, it was.
I saw Saliva down here at a club in Reading. I think I paid like $8 for a ticket.
Wow.
down at Reverb in Reading, if you guys remember where that is.
Yeah,
Was that like
all
right
down
when
there.
Click Click Boom came out?
No, this was like right before COVID hit.
Oh,
A year and a half ago. Yeah. Like recently, yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, in a tiny club that probably had 100 people in it.
Wow.
Wow.
And 10 bands opened up for them. 10 bands opened up for them.
And it was $8?
All local bands. Yeah. All local bands. Like people you never heard of. And then the main opener was Tantric. Remember them?
Yeah.
Wes, what do you think?
So
Go ahead.
much like John, I became a fan of Aerosmith as a kid. From what was popular in the 80s and 90s. I think I honestly discovered them through Mrs. Doubtfire. And Dude Looks Like a Lady being in that, because I love that movie to this day. And I love that song to this day, even. But also, as a kid, discovering them through the Rock and Roller Coaster at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Got to shout that out. That's where I found more of like Walk This
Awesome
Way.
ride.
Walk This Way, Sweet Emotion, and Dream On. I knew those as well as I was growing up. And my late teens, early 20s, found out more of their older stuff. I got like a couple of greatest hits. And like I said, we saw them with Kiss, with the Honkin' on Bobo album. I love Same Old Song and Dance. I thought it was a great opener to the CD. I knew Lord of the Thighs. That's pretty good. A lot of the ones in the middle I think are fine, like Space, Woman of the World, SOS. I knew Train Kept Rolling. I like that one. Seasons of Withers, great. Pandora's Box, pretty good. So overall, I enjoyed it. It's short and sweet. Just 8 songs.
Oh yeah, I wasn't bored or like, oh God, when's this song gonna end? I was into it,
Yeah, and that's back when a lot of times albums back then were not very long. 30, 35 to 40 minutes. If you got an album that was 45 minutes plus, it was like a long ass album back then.
In the early 70s, yeah.
All right, let's rate it.
You want to go first so you can sign off?
Yeah, basically. It's a 10 for me. It's one of my all-time favorite albums, probably top 5 of all-time favorite albums. Wow. Again, only just because of the music, but because of the nostalgia for me. I'll tell you what, this album on my all-time favorite album list rates higher than any Kiss album.
Wow.
Is it higher than any Thin Lizzy? I know that's your band.
No. No, my first probably 4 albums are Thin Lizzy albums.
No favoritism or anything there.
No, but Thin Lizzy's my all-time favorite band, and they just can do no wrong for me.
I'll give it an 8. Really good, solid album.
Awesome.
And I'll go just a little lower. I'll give it a 7. I liked it, but there were some songs that were like,
you're just a dick.
Someone has to be, right? No, I liked it. It's just I don't know how many times I've listened to some of the.
I love Dude Looks Like a Lady Rocks, man.
But to be fair, that has nostalgia for me.
Love in an Elevator. Yeah, man. Love in an Elevator.
I do like that song. So this next episode is going to be my pick. And I'm going to do something a little different and pick a soundtrack from one of my favorite movies. And I believe it's the last CD I ever purchased, but I think this was like the last one that I purchased brand new off the shelf, and that is Awesome Mix Volume 1 from Guardians of the Galaxy.
All right.
So yeah, so we'll check out the Guardian soundtrack, and until then, John, you want to tell us a little bit about your podcast?
Yeah, weekly wrestling podcast. It's We Like Wrestling podcast. It's 4 guys sitting around talking about wrestling tournaments, classic pay-per-views, current events. We're on Spotify, Apple iTunes, wherever you find podcasts. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We Like Wrestling podcast.
All right. And of course, for me, you can subscribe right here on YouTube, youtube.com/Westside of 515. Like the show on Facebook, facebook.com/WestTruePaylist. And of course, you can follow me on the Twitter and the Instagram @WesAList. Until next time, truth out.